Hello, my children. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Roy Digital Children Teaching Center. Today, we are going to learn about a new chapter, that is the sheep of the desert. Camel is the sheep of the desert, and here we discuss about it. Okay, let's start. Lion, roaring. The calls of lion is called roaring. Who are you? Lion asked the camel, Who are you? Camel looked down at the lion. As the camel is higher than a lion in height, that is why it is looking down at the lion and said, I am the sheep of the desert. And who are you? The camel is the sheep of the desert. But who is the lion? Lion replied him that, Don't you know me? I am the king of the forest. Camel said, Are you? Oh, I see. Lion frowning. Frowning means looking with suspicious eyes. You call yourself sheep of the desert. But how can you be a sheep? You are an animal. Camel smiling. So I am, but people call me the sheep of the desert. I can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon. The sand burns, but it doesn't bother me. That is why the camel is called the sheep of the desert, because it can easily cross the desert whatever the sun burns. But the burning sun or the burning sand cannot hurt the camel. That is why the camel is called the sheep of the desert. Lion said, I can't believe it. Lion cannot believe it. Camel said, Can you walk across the desert? Lion blinking. No, I can't, but I can run in the forest. Then Camel said with disdain. Disdain means contempt. When you are talking with one very contemptly, every animal can do that. I alone can run on sand. I can run on sand at 25 kilometers an hour. Okay, Lion said wonderingly, How can you do that? Next, Camel said, Look at my feet. They are thick and padded. The hot sun doesn't burn them. Lion said, My feet are padded too. Thorns don't prick them, and I can run 80 kilometers an hour. Then Camel replied, That's true. You can run 80 kilometers an hour in the forest, but can you run even a mile on the hot sand? Lion replied, Maybe not, but then Camel interrupting, And you can't live without water for a week, can you? Then Lion replied, No, I can't. I need water every day, but don't tell me you can do without water. Camel replied, Yes, I can. There are no rivers or no lakes in a desert, but that doesn't bother me. I can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. Then Lion said, Really? You must have a big stomach. Then Camel proudly said, Yes, I have a big stomach. I can store water for a week, and I can store food for 2 weeks even. Lion showing a lot of interest. Do you store food in your stomach? Camel said, No, I don't. I store it in my hump, and I eat a lot of food at a time. Then I don't need to eat for a fortnight. For a fortnight means 14 days. 14 days means 2 weeks. Okay. Then Lion said, That's interesting, but what do you eat? Then Camel replied, I eat leaves, but there are no trees in a desert. Then Lion asked, What do you eat there? Then Camel replied, There are thorny bushes in the desert, and I eat the thorns. The thorns don't prick my thick tongue. Then Lion said, "How funny!" Camel replied, "Mr. King of the forest, please come with me to the desert." Then Lion replied, "No, I would better not. I can't walk on burning sand, I can't store food and water, and I can't eat thorns. Goodbye and good luck, Mr. Sheep of the Desert." This beautiful story is written by S.K. Ram. You have to remember his name. Now we see new words. The new words are sheep of the desert, miles, king of the forest, sand, and thrones. Let's see their meaning. The sheep of the desert is the camel. Mile means a very long way. King of the forest means lion. Sand means a loose granular substance resulting from the erosion of siliceous and other rocks. Next is thrones. Thrones means a sharp pointed woody projection on the stem or other part of a plant. Okay, reading is fun. Now we are solving the NCERT questions. Why is the camel called the sheep of the desert? Camel can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon. The sand burns, but it doesn't bother him. Next question is, for how many weeks can a camel store food in its hump? A camel can store foods for 2 weeks in its hump. What does the camel eat in the desert? The camel usually eat thorny bushes in the desert. Next question is, choose the right answer. Now you have to choose the right answer from the options. Name the sheep of the desert, that is camel. Name the king of the forest, that is lion. Next is, the feet of the camels are thick and padded. Okay. Next is, there are no rivers or lake in desert. Right. Next is, at a time a camel can drink 200 bottles of water. Next is, a camel store its food in its hump. Now we see the word building. Make as many words as you can from within the given words. The first one is done for you. Roaring. From this word, in, ran, and roar words are made. Okay. Frowning. Wrong, now, grow, and win. Next is blinking. Link, king, ink. And next is wanderingly. From this word we have made own, ring, one, and long. Okay. Let's see the next question. Match the picture with the words given below. First we have to see the words. They are tusk. Tusk means a long pointed tooth, especially one which protrudes from the closed mouth as in the elephant. Next is whiskers. Whiskers means a long projecting hair or bristle growing from the face. Hoop means the horny part of the foot of an ungulate animal. Next is fin, a thin vertical part sticking out of the body of especially a fish. Next is beak. Beak means the hard pointed part of a bird's mouth. Next is mane. Mane means a growth of long hair on the neck of an animal. Feet means the lower extremity of the leg below the ankle on which one stand or walk. Or paw means an animal's foot having claws or pads. Okay. Now we solve the picture. Elephant has tusk, fish has fin, birds have beak, horse has hoof, tigers have paw, lions have mane, cats have whiskers, and this type of animal, that is camel, have feet, right? Let's see the next topic, that is let's write. And here we can see a picture, and now we have to write about them. Here we can see two goats, they are coming and they meet in the middle of the wood or log bridge. Now both of them are not willing to give way to pass the wood, and then they start fighting, and at last they slip from the log and fall into the water, right? And now we see the next topic, that is talk time. First we read some words and we have to pay attention to their spelling. Here we can see the words, they have same pronunciations. Okay, I, week, in, no, not, off. Next is buy, are, need, see, here, eight, two. Okay, all the words have same pronunciation. Now we have to make sentences with each word. First one is I have two eyes. Next is he has been very weak for a week. Next word, we should celebrate the party in the inn. Next is nobody knows the fact. Next is he cannot tie that knot. Next is please turn off the switch of the fan. Next is when I was waving by Rima, then Sita passing by. Next is our time is 1 hour to complete the work. Next is we need to knead flour to make bread. Next is we see seashell on the seashore. Next is here we hear the loud noise. Next is yesterday the 8-year-old boy ate 20 bananas at a time. Okay, and last one is I have two brothers and they make too much noise. Now we see team time. Find out which animal lives in icy cold regions. They are polar bears, penguins, leopards, and so on. Hot wet regions, tiger, elephants, and so on. Dry hot regions, camels. Okay. Now we see the text based question answers. The first question is, who is the sheep of the desert? Camel is the sheep of the desert. Who is the king of the forest? Lion is the king of the forest. Next question is, why people call him the sheep of the desert? Because a camel can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon. The sand burns, but it doesn't bother him. Okay. Next question is, where does a camel run and what is his speed per hour? The answer is a camel can run on sand at 25 km an hour. How is the camel fit? The feet of the camel is thick and padded. Next question is, why the sun cannot burn the camel's feet? As their feet are thick and padded, that is why the sun does not burn them. And next question is, what is the speed of the lion? The speed of the lion is 80 km per hour. Next question is, what cannot prick lion's feet and why? The answer is, thorns cannot prick a lion's feet because their feet are padded. How much water a camel can eat at a time? A camel can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. How a camel can live without drinking water for a week? A camel can drink 200 bottles of water at a time and can store for a week. That is why it can live without water for a week. For how many weeks a camel can store food? A camel can store food for 2 weeks. Where does a camel store its food? A camel stored its food in the hump. Why does the thorns fail to prick the camel's tongue? Because the camels have thick tongue, and that is why the thorny bushes cannot prick its tongue. Next is why the lion does not agree with the camel to go with him. The lion realizes that it cannot walk on burning sand and can't store food and water and can't eat thorns. That is why the lion does not agree with the camel to go. Okay. Here we complete this video as well as we complete the class 3 English, and now we will discuss another subject. That is why stay connected with us. Now bye and see you in the next video.